കൊച്ചിയിൽ നടക്കുന്ന DYFI അഖിലേന്ത്യാ സമ്മേളനത്തിന്റെ ഉദ്ഘാടനം ഇപ്പോൾ Orissa മുൻ ചീഫ് ജസ്റ്റിസ് Gopal Gowda ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യുന്നു. തത്സമയം
I extend warm revolutionary greetings to all of you for holding this meaningful 10th conference of Democratic Youth Federation of India at Kochi. According to me, it will be an historical conference in India, which is being held at Kochi, where the country is facing great crises on various aspects which I am going to deal with in detail. The theme of the conference is fight employment, secularism and democracy. These are all the constitutional concepts and the philosophy which are embedded in the preamble of the Constitution of India. We became independent, liberating the country from the colonial rule. The freedom struggle, the Youth Federation, which was a mass organization, had an historical role to participate in the freedom struggle, liberate the country from colonial rule. We became independent India 70 years back. We became Republic India on 26 January 1950. 68 years has been passed through where we have accepted the Indian written constitution under the chairmanship of the architect of the constitution, Dr. Ambedkar. The theme of this conference, I told you that is a historic conference. All these aspects, the secularism, democracy, and the vision of late father of the nation Mahatma Gandhi ji and Ambedkar and the Constituent Assembly debates if you go through. This country is a secular country, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic Republic India. These are all held to be the basic feature of the Constitution of India in the famous historical case rendered by the Apex Court, Supreme Court of India. India 1973, in Keshavananda's case from this state, while interpreting the Land Reforms Act of Kerala state and the power of the Parliament under Article 368 to amend the Constitution, in that judgment it has been clearly held the preamble of the Constitution. The Democratic Republic India is the basic feature of the Constitution. 70 years of independent India, 68 years of Republic of India. The dream of the constitutional framers, a great country which has got 127.75 lakhs population in India, have addressed the great problem affronting to the young and energetic members of the society, of creating job opportunity in rural India. 74% of the population live in rural India. If this unemployment problem is solved, is the question which we are required to be answered by the responsible governments, successive governments, both in the center and the state. Unemployment problem is increasing. That is why, very meaningfully, the organizers, Democratic Youth Federation of India, conceived that a conference of this nature where the vanguard of the nation, the youth being the vanguard of the nation, to build the nation, where the countrymen are facing, where constitute 34% of the population, 127.75 lakhs population, next to China, where parliamentary form of democracy, the sovereignty is the basic feature of the constitution. Unemployment problem is a great crisis which is being faced by the youth of this country. Therefore, the successive governments have failed in framing the policies to achieve the constitutional goal to build a new India, to make vibrant India, to develop India. They are unable to solve the unemployment problem in this great country despite great resources, natural resources available in our country. Therefore, the conceptual idea of the constitution not redress the unemployment problem. That's why the theme of generating employment, fight for the employment. You fought for the liberation of the country. You got us the independence. We have got a written constitution. The material resource, the natural resource is for the common good, people of the country, democratic India, democracy for the people, by the people, of the people. Therefore, today, you being the vanguard of the nation to build and rebuild this country, to keep the country intact, unity and integrity of the country, you are required to fight for the employment, to keep eyes open of the responsible governments under the constitution which have been come into existence from the ballot of the people. Sovereignty has been flown from the people of this country, masses of this country. You being the mass organization, 22 states in India you are representing here. You are a ray of hope to fight for the employment, to keep open the eyes of the rulers, the governors. Governors are not only enjoying the power, maybe the legislature, the executive and the judiciary, all limbs of the Constitution of India, to govern the people of this country. If the governors have failed to redress the unemployment problem in the country, the Democratic Youth Federation of India must step in and check out a program, and across the country you are required to fight for the employment. It is a very good the conceptual theme of the Constitution, of the organization. My dear friends, 34% of the population is not a less number of.
Gopal Gowda, Orissa, Mun Chief Justice, DYFI സമ്മേളനം ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യുകയായിരുന്നു.